To the room one day and it looked like a tornado done hit the room, y'all. What's up, YouTube? It's the girl Joe and I'm back. Hey, I'm that gonna start doing my videos like that. Anyways, I'm back. Period. Oh my god. I sound just like the last video. And I hope y'all watched the last video because that thing was a little high. It was high for a first vlog. But make sure y'all check my video out if you haven't. But anyways, let's really get to the tea. Let's get to the real video. I got my water here. It ain't no tea, but I got my water because it's time. So I'm gonna get right into this video right now because I don't want to keep talking. So it was summer of August 2019. I had just graduated high school. Yes, baddie. About to get into college. I had already gotten to my college. I confirmed the college I was going to. It was time to go. So about 2 weeks into leaving, the school sent me my housing arrangements. Now, when I was applying for housing, I didn't really know who I wanted to be with because obviously I don't know anybody. But they give you the option if you do know people. So I didn't even want a double room. I wanted a single room. My family was like, no, you need to meet people, da 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 da. So I was like, all right, fine. Usually people say their roommate is their first friend. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. So they sent me my information and I saw the girl and I said, wow, all right, let me see who she is. So I, started doing my FBI stuff, stalking a little bit. I'm not crazy.
Oh, okay. Oh, you crazy.
But I started doing my little FBI stuff and I came upon her name. First I did it on Facebook because you know how you be putting people whole name on Facebook and they be popping up, but nah, it didn't work. So I found her on Instagram. So I was like, alright, this seemed like the girl. She got the school in the bio and everything. So I hit her up on no craziness. I'm just like, hey girl, I don't mean to sound crazy, but I was looking for you. And yeah, so what's up? Basically, I introduced myself, we kind of got to know each other, where we from and stuff like that. So I told her I'll see her when we get there. Nice to meet you. Cool. Vibes was great. I was like, this girl's pretty cool. She nice. And she pretty and everything. Like, I can rock well. So I get to school. I came down a day before. Excuse me. I came down a day before move-in day because I have family out there, so I was able to stay there and stuff. So I got to campus. My dad and my other family members, my cousins and stuff, drove me on campus and moved me in. And I got to campus. I ended up moving in first. So I was the first person in the room. I got to pick my side and stuff like that. So fast forwarding a little bit, her family came a little after. I was already settled in and stuff like that. I didn't really get to see the girl mostly that day because she was handling business and stuff like that. So I saw her later on that night. So I came into my room about 3 something in the morning because I was out. I was on campus and I was already ready to go. It was no time. It was like, bye to my cousins. I love y'all. It was all sad for a little bit, but I was out. So I had met a group of people. We had this little meet and greet in our hall, in our dorm. So we met a few people. So I met one girl and we connected and stuff like that. So boom, I had a group of friends already. So I was out in the parking lot getting lit. All right, let's stick to topic. So we get back to the room. Well, I get back to my room. And she's up and stuff like that. So I get to talking to her, we cool. We kind of getting to know each other a little bit. And yeah, so time went by and we didn't really talk that much. It kind of became a, hey, type thing. But when we did go to like events and stuff, since I had a group of friends, she was just like with me all the time. And she kind of just hanged with us. When you get to college, you kind of hang with whoever you with at the time because you don't know nobody. So I got my little book here because I want to get off topic. I need to make sure I know what I'm talking about because we got part 1 and part 2, no part 3, baby. So Jack. All right. So it was, we moved in August 3rd. No, August 2nd we moved in. August 3rd was like the beginning of the classes. And this is because my school decided to do something different with orientation and stuff. So we ended up going to school earlier than expected. So there was nobody on campus. It was just the freshmen and maybe a few upperclassmen that was a part of something. Like 2 weeks in that we on campus and stuff like that. So I get into the room one day and it looked like a tornado done hit the room, y'all. Like, whoa. So we share, when you get into the room, there's an area that we share together. So it's like both our closets, then there's the sink, and then we was in a suite. So then there was a door to the bathroom. And the bathroom is shared by the other room as well, because it's like the bathroom's in the middle and the other room has a door to get in and we have a door to get in. So we share that area. I get in and there's hangers in the area. There's hair by the sink. It was just, and her side was a mess. So at that point, I'm just like, you know, we just got here. People can be having a bad day. I never assume first. I always take the nice route first because, you know, people, we all have our bad days where we're like, nah, I can't do this right now. I don't want to do this right now. So when she gets in later on, I have a conversation with her and I'm like, hey sis, so you know, my family come over, your family come over, my friends, your friends. We want to make sure our room is pleasant. We want to make sure it's good, on point. So I don't know about y'all, but I cannot with a messy room. Like, there's times that my room is messy, like, damn, it's messy right now. But there's times where, you know, you can't function because your area is not clean. So I had a conversation with her. She actually ended up cleaning her room that same night. And we actually started talking about things off topic. So it was a nice little conversation. Another week hits. The week after that, bro, I get ready to leave because I'm going over to my cousin's house. And I come into the room and it's like a hurricane hit now. A hurricane. I was just like, okay, so we only keep our room clean for a week. Okay, we get it. Now, let me tell you something. When you are by yourself, you do whatever you want by yourself. Like, when I'm in my room by myself, if my clothes is on the floor and I don't feel like picking it up, that's me. This is my room, my sanctuary. I don't share my room with nobody. But when you are with other people, when you're sharing a house, an apartment, when you're sharing a room, when you're sharing a car with other people, you are supposed to get yourself out of that shell and be respectful for that other person. I could not. The room was crazy. It was crazy. I was just like, so time went by and I'm like, okay, this is a thing. This girl is messy. Like, it's a thing. She do not clean. I was going crazy, bro. That was that. And it doesn't stop. The dirtiness doesn't stop. So I'm gonna just move on. So then my class started to get really rowdy out here in these streets. So when you first get onto campus, our first night, we didn't have no curfew, no rules, no nothing. But then they started putting restrictions like the second day or so. So we had a curfew and stuff like that. That didn't last for too long. They lifted it a little bit. But then girls started being, what's the word? I don't know what's the word I should use for this, but there's a lot of trains coming into the campus. There was a lot of trains coming into my hall. A lot of stations. All I'm gonna say is there was a lot of choo-choo going on. I say no words, I say nothing. All I'm saying, it was a little hectic in my campus. So girls started going crazy doing the blah blah blah. Fast forwarding, we started having meetings. We had to have strict curfew. Our visitation got taken away from us because there was too much guys in the building at the time, And sometimes, especially on the community side, girls is using the bathroom and stuff like that. Well, the guys was using our bathroom too. And in the community bathrooms, there's showers and stuff. So moving on, we started having meetings in our hall. Every night you had to pretty much clock in to say that you're in the building. And if you're not, you're supposed to let your RA or whoever know. So we started to have those meetings, and one of the meetings, I realized she wasn't there. So after the meeting, I get back to my room. We're going upstairs. I'm with my friends. And I'm just like, so I get into the room. I'm like, on some nice stuff, Sis, you didn't know we had a meeting? Like, what are you too good for a meeting or stuff? Being funny. I'm not going to come up to you, and I don't really care. Like, if you don't want to go to the meeting, I don't care. But when I care about you, I'm gonna see what's up. I'm sitting here chilling. You had to clock in and stuff like that. You literally had to write your name on a paper and your ID number. This girl popped off. And when I say popped off, I'm like, you would think that we had beef, bro. She gets to saying B. I'm not gonna curse her hair, but she's like, girl, basically, but she didn't say girl. She said the B word. She called me the B word. And we not even cool like that. So what you calling me that for? What I do to you? So she's like, girl, if I don't want to go to the meeting, I don't have to. Da 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 da. I'm like, and my passive aggressive attitude, I'm just like, okay, just letting you know we had a meeting. You didn't have to get all spicy or whatever. I'm like, I'm not even gonna get mad. I'm having a good night, and I didn't go to college for all that rowdy stuff. I know a lot of you is gonna be like, oh, but why didn't you say something? No, bro, it's cool. Your loss, not mine. Just know that you lost my respect right then and there, and I'm not gonna tell you nothing else. And prior to that, I was telling her, when she missed class, because I had one class with her, and I'm just like, bro, you didn't come to the class. We did this, that, and the third, helping a sister out. But now you want to get all attitude with me? I ain't helping you no more. So moving on. We gonna get to the part that really got me, bro. I don't really know if I'm saying this in the right timeline, but just hear me out. So when we first got to campus, they had some problems with our key or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I have no key. She has no key. We got to keep our door unlocked. I didn't like that. So, my family was pressing that. My auntie was pressing that. My cousin was pressing that. Like, where's her key? Where is her key? So I eventually got my key. And I got my key first. And then she got her key a little bit after. I just knew there was going to be problems in this world. But I didn't know it was going to be this bad. I got my key. She got her key. And this girl refused to lock the door. I understand in the beginning you couldn't lock the door because of our situation. But you have a key now. So that became a thing. Because when I had went to my family's house at one point, it was just like, I locked the door before I left, and I don't know what goes down in my room when I'm not there. So it was my friend who had asked me for something. She said, oh, can I get, I'm going to just say a cup of noodle, because that sounds like a college thing. She was like, can I get a cup of noodle from your room? And I'm like, yeah, if my roommate's there, you can knock on the door and see if she'll let you in. So she get to my room, and she get to opening the door. And she got in the room. And my roommate is not in the room. She not in the bathroom. She not in the room. She not in the closet. She not under the bed. She not in the room. The room was open. So just how my friend went into that room, anybody can get into that room. So I go really hard for my personal stuff. I work for these things, okay? I might have not worked for all of them, but I got them. This girl had the door unlocked. So I had told her about it. I spoke to her about it maybe 2 times. And then I'm just like, I'm not going to keep telling an adult to lock the door. So basically we had a problem now because I was leaving my room. Either if it was to go to class or whatever, I don't care where I'm going. Even if I'm going down to the next room next to me to see my friend, I'm locking my door. Because then we started to have an incident where people was really stealing TVs out here. They was stealing stuff. So I'm just like, imagine going into your room and half your things are gone and you don't even know what to do. You don't even know who to blame. So it started to become a problem. This girl was really catching an attitude for locking the door, bro. We're talking your personal items too. Like, what is your problem? She just started being so, You know what? There's so much to talk about, and I'm gonna just get into this. So, as time went by, I was just getting tired. I was getting tired. Like, are you for real? And the RA, I had contacted the RA, and I was telling the RA about the messiness. It all went back to the messiness. Like, it was disgusting. And I got pictures and videos to prove it. I might just post them. So I contacted the RA the first time, and she was like, she came into the room, she saw the room, and she was like, no, this is not okay. So she said she was going to talk to her. I don't know who talked to her. I don't know who in the world Casper had to talk to her, because that girl did not change, okay? So then my cousin had dropped me off one time. I came from her house, and usually I go grocery shopping over there, so she was helping me bring stuff up. And she get into the room, and it stinks, bro. The room is stinking. Like, some fish. It's like something died in that room, Lord. I was getting nauseous. So the girl ended up, so my cousin was like, no, this is not okay. Because I've been complaining for a while. So my cousin goes to knocking on the RA door, like, so my cousin, she played as my aunt. So she was like, my niece has been telling me da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. So basically the RA was like, okay, so we get to going downstairs. She's looking for the roommate agreement, contract, or whatever. And she didn't find it. She called the housing president, whoever she is. She called her, and basically we had a little meeting. I get into housing. I had a little meeting with her and my cousin, and they said, all right, by the end of the day, we're gonna get you and your roommate, we're gonna do a contract or agreement form saying that people, we gonna clean and stuff like that. It's whole contract. Days went by. Days, I'm talking days went by, and not a peep, not a sound, no contract, no talking from my roommate. It was like, okay, so we gonna stop caring. And time did really go on, and people stopped caring. And it was just like, bro, I don't care that you have that problem. You're gonna have to deal with it. So I had reached out to another RA, and I told that RA, and apparently that RA had went down to my room, saw it, and was gonna do something about it. Point is, nobody did anything about what I was going through. I felt like time was really going by, and it was a mess. I was cleaning almost every day. It was like nobody was listening to me. So anyways, there's so much tea to tell y'all, but really, if y'all really want to know what's up, because it gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse. But I'm not going to tell y'all no more. You're going to have to watch part 2. Because that was just a little intro, you know. I hope that got y'all to want to watch part 2. Because I'm going to tell you, it gets worse. Anyways, if you like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, period. Make sure you give your girl a thumbs up. We trying to get YouTube famous out here. I don't know what y'all trying to do, but I'm trying to be famous. I'm trying to get that bank. So I think I'm at like 93 subscribers right now. I'm trying to get myself to 100 at least by the time this next video drops. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe if you love this video. I hope I made you want to watch the next video, because you need to be here for part 2. It's some tea. And part 2, I will have my tea. I'm telling you, because period. Bye guys. I love you. Bye.